Welcome to STL Live. I'm Tim Lampley, and with me today is Mr. Kent Flake, Commissioner of the City of St. Louis Street Department. Welcome, sir. Kent is going to tell us how the department prepares for winter season, right? But first, give me an overview about what your department does here in the city.
Thank you for having me. The Street Department encompasses 5 different groups of people. Those 5 groups are City of St. Louis Towing Division, City of St. Louis Refuse Division, our Street Maintenance Division, our Traffic and Lighting Division, and our Inspection Division.
And with me talking about the winter season coming up, what exactly are the preparation techniques that you guys put into place in order to prepare before it actually hits? Because we're talking about snow coming up soon, actually.
Absolutely. We actually start preparing even in the summer months. Most people, when it's 100 degrees out, are not thinking about snow. We usually are. We always work to get our salt supplies in, obviously before the winter hits. This year we got them in late October, early November. With that salt comes 100 other tasks. First of all, since 2013, we started coating our salt with a chemical that makes that salt actually work down to 10 or 20 degrees. Salt by itself only works to probably 25 or 30 degrees well. So we start coating that salt at that time. As the year goes on, then we start making sure our trucks are ready, our plows are ready. We have a pretty small complex, so for the summertime we got to put all that stuff away so it doesn't get ran over or anything else in our small complex. And usually mid-October is when we start pulling all that out. We start putting it all back on the trucks, getting everything ready to go. With that, of course, comes a lot of mechanical headaches that last year the plow fit just fine. This year the plow doesn't fit just fine. So we start weeding out the problems and making sure everything's ready to go. Typically we have about 75 trucks total. Any normal snow call, depending on the size of the snow, a 2-3 inch snow, we typically have 35, 40 trucks on the street. If it was bigger than that, or the temps were really cold, or the mitigating circumstances, for whatever reason it might be, we may push 65, 70 trucks out there.
I imagine there has to be real coordination between the street department and MoDOT.
There's some coordination. There's not a lot of coordination. We work a lot through phone calls whenever the winter weather is actually coming. Prior to snowstorms, we don't deal with each other a whole lot. It's we get our equipment ready, they get their equipment ready. Like this week with the snow, impending snow maybe coming, we talk to them, we see what they're doing. They talk to us, they see what we're doing. We just share a lot of knowledge both ways. So none of us are caught.
How many phone calls do you get when there's a big snow?
Typically, we don't get a whole lot of phone calls during the snow, because most people realize we're out there working our tails off in order to get the snow removed. It's the few hours before snows or when all the phone calls start happening, management-wise, supervision-wise, trying to make sure everything gets taken care of.
So people don't call complaining saying they need their streets cleaned or anything like that, right? You guys, anyway.
At the onset, no. Typically, once we start finishing up, getting the main roads all finished up, that's kind of when the phones start ringing. Typically, they're not our phones, though, which is a good thing. Okay. Because we have a Citizen Service Bureau in the city of St. Louis. They take pretty much all the complaints for anything that happens out there.
This is the reason why I brought that up. I was just wondering where people should call or direct their calls when they're having problems such as getting their street
Absolutely.
clean.
I would urge everyone, for pretty much any city service, to call Citizen Service Bureau. Their phone number is 622-4800. That goes for a pothole in the street, a tree that needs trimmed, snow removal didn't happen on your street for some reason, street cleaning, anything you can think of, department-wide, city-wide. The best way to get it fixed is to call Citizen Service Bureau.
And you mentioned potholes. That's one of the biggest problems in any city. And I imagine calling is doing your due diligence right?
Absolutely.
And to report those kinds of things, because there have been a number of people who would who get flats and damage to their tires because of that, and then they need someone to call probably.
Absolutely. And that's probably my biggest complaint as a commissioner is very often I'm out walking the street, some neighborhood citizen will come out and grab me and say, hey, can you guys fill this pothole? It's been there for a year and a half. I asked them, did you ever report it? Well, I called somebody. And the problem is that somebody wasn't Citizen Service Bureau. Typically, we can fix most potholes within 48 hours.
Right.
If we know about them.
Is there anything you'd like to leave the citizens with, some information that you need to tell them, or something that you think they should be informed of?
The biggest thing is be patient and let us know. During a snowstorm, be patient till it's done. And we've got many, many, many things to do out there. We do 500, 600 miles of roadway. And let us get that done.
Kent, thank you for joining us. We
All right.
appreciate it. To contact the City of St. Louis Street Department located at 1900 Hampton Avenue, call or visit them online for more information. STL TV wants to be your source for events happening in and around the St. Louis area. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And make sure to visit our website, stltv.net, where you can watch us streaming live. I'm Tim Lampley. Have a great day.